you doing? Hope things are better than excellent. In this video, we will learn subject-verb concord, which is also known as subject-verb agreement. So, welcome back to my channel, NK Academy. I'm Nandini, and today I'm going to teach you subject-verb agreement or subject-verb concord. Now, the most common mistake done by the learners of English is in their sentences, the subject and the verb do not agree with each other. They tend to use plural verb with singular subject and singular verb with plural subject, and hence they go wrong. After watching this video, I'm sure you are not going to do this mistake anytime in your life. So watch the video till the end, and if you like the video, please like it and subscribe to my channel so that you get a number of videos on grammar and spoken English too. Okay, let's begin. In simple words, subject-verb concord means both subject and verb must be in the same number. Now, what does it mean? If the subject is singular, verb also must be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb also must be in plural. Then there is an agreement between the subject and the verb. By now, you must be familiar with what a subject is and what a verb is. Every sentence has a subject and a verb. Of course, there are other things too in a sentence, but a basic sentence always consists of a verb and a subject and a verb, right? For example, she writes well. Rajit works hard. Rajit and Rajin work hard. I go for a walk every day. You are doing the job exactly how it is required. In all these sentences, let's identify the subject. In the first sentence, she writes well, the subject is she. In the second sentence, Rajit works hard, the subject is Rajit. Rajit and Rajin work hard. In this, the subject is Rajit and Rajin. I go for a walk every day. Here the subject is I. Okay, so now let's identify the verbs. In the first sentence, she writes well. The verb is writes. In the second sentence, Rajit works hard. The verb is works. In the third sentence, Rajit and Rajin work hard. The verb is work. I go for a walk every day. What is the verb here? Go. Now, you must be knowing that we call she, Rajit and Rajin, I, you as subjects because the entire sentence is about them. Okay, so the subject is something about which the sentence is. And what is a verb? Of course, you know. Verb is an action word. It shows any action. It shows an action. So now let's see further. Another thing which you must be knowing, I'm sure, that is subjects can be nouns or pronouns. Okay? Nouns are all the names and pronouns are the following words. You know that. I, you, we, they, he, she, it. So all these are pronouns. Now let's see how we use them along with the verbs. I am. You are. I am. Here singular verb. You are. The verb can be singular or it can be plural. Why? You can be one person, or you can also refer to more than one. We are, because we, that is the subject, is plural. They are. They is plural. So the verb also should be plural. Hence we say they are. He is. She is. It is. Because he, she, and it, they are singulars. So the verb also should be singular. This is agreement. The subject is singular, the verb is singular. The subject is plural, the verb is plural. This is called as subject-verb concord. This is very simple, but let's see some more cases. Here are some examples. I play football. You play football. We play football. They play football. But watch it carefully. He plays football. She plays football. It plays with the toy. Rajit plays football. Rajit and Regin play football. Now, you may have a question, why are we saying they play football and he plays football? You get an answer for that. Just wait. The general rule is, if the subject is singular, the verb is singular. If the subject is plural, verb is plural. Now, here comes an important point. Generally, we add s to the noun to make it plural. Do you agree with me? Yes. Pen, pens. Pen is a noun. We are adding s to it. It becomes plural. Bag, bags. Bag is a noun. We are adding s to it. It becomes plural. Bag, bags. Rose, roses. So, you are clear with this. Am I right? When you add s to the noun, it becomes plural. When there is no s, then the noun is singular. Boy is singular. When we are adding s to the boy, boys, boys, plural. Agree? Yes. But there is a difference with verbs. The difference is, if you add s to the verb, it becomes singular, exactly opposite of the nouns. Do you remember? When you add s to the noun, it becomes plural. But when you add s to the verb, it becomes singular. Okay? So remember this rule. This will be very helpful to you. Hence, we say Rajit works. Do you agree? Rajit is the noun, Rajit is singular, so the verb also should be singular. And hence we are saying Rajit works. Works is a singular verb. Rajit is a singular subject. Works is singular. But if you want to say Rajit and Regin work, we do not say Rajit and Regin works, because works is singular. Rajit and Regin, two subjects, plural, and hence we are using plural verb. Works is singular, work is plural. Clear? Yeah. Once again I'll repeat. You add s to the noun, it becomes plural. You add s to the verb, it becomes singular. So be careful about it. I am sure by now you must be clear with this basic concept. 2 points to remember. Your sentence is correct only when your subject and verb, they are in the same number. What does it mean? If the subject is singular, the verb should be singular. If the subject is plural, the verb should be plural. Second most important point. If you add s to the noun, it becomes plural. If you add s to the verb, it becomes singular. That's the reason we say monkey eats bananas. But we say monkeys eat bananas. Right? So let's go further and see some more rules regarding subject-verb concord. Now, the first universal rule: subjects and verbs must agree in number. This is the cornerstone rule that forms the background of the concept. Okay? The baby cries when she's hungry. The baby is singular. The verb cries is singular. The babies cry when they are hungry. This is the first rule. Second rule: subordinate clauses that come between the subject and the verb don't affect their agreement. Now, just look at the example, you will understand. The dog who is chewing on my jeans is usually very good. In this sentence, the subordinate clause is who is chewing on my jeans. This is called subordinate clause because it's dependent on the main clause. The dog is very good is the main clause. Who is chewing on my jeans is the subordinate clause. Right? The dog is singular, so the verb must be singular, and hence the verb used is is. Is singular, the plural of is are. Now, the third rule: prepositional phrases between the subject and verb usually do not affect agreement. Look at the example. The colors of the rainbow are beautiful. Here, of the rainbow is the prepositional clause, but this doesn't affect the verb. The subject is colors, which is plural, and so the verb also is plural, and hence are is used. As I told you, is singular and are plural. Now, the fourth rule: if two subjects are joined by and, they typically require a plural verb form. Example: the snake and the mongoose are fighting. The snake and the mongoose. Two subjects, they are joined by and. So we are using plural form. Are. Fifth rule to remember is the verb is singular if the two subjects separated by and refer to the same person or thing as a whole. Listen to it carefully. Though the two subjects are separated by and, but both of them, they refer to a single thing. For example, red beans and rice tastes delicious. Here, red beans and rice, they together form one thing. So, we are using which verb? We are using singular verb, that is tastes. Some other examples are like bread and butter. Bread and butter. They are often taken as one. So, bread and butter is a good breakfast. When two things are referring to the same thing, in spite of the fact that they are separated by an, they take singular verb. Got it? Right. Now let's move on to the next rule, that is the sixth one. If one of the words each, every, or no comes before the subject. Which words? Each, every, or no. If they come before the subject, the verb is singular. See the example? No smoking or drinking is allowed in the cabin. Another example: every man and woman is required to follow the rule. Right? So in this case, if you find each, every, or no before the subject, then use which number? Singular verb. Got it? Yes. Let's move on to the next rule. And the next rule is seventh one. If the subjects are both singular and are connected by the words or, nor, neither nor, either or, not only, but also, the verb is singular. Right? I repeat, if the subjects are both singular and are connected by words or, nor, neither nor, either or, not only but also, then the verb is singular. See the example. Either Jen or Chris has broken the glass. Or neither Jen nor Chris has broken the glass. Has is singular. And what's the plural of has? It's have. Yes, you're right. Good. So let's move on to the next rule. Eighth one. The only time the object of the preposition decides plural or singular verb is when noun and pronoun subjects like some, half, none, more, or all are followed by a prepositional phrase. I repeat, the only time the object of the preposition decides plural or singular verb is when noun and pronoun subjects like some, half, none, more, or all are followed by a prepositional phrase. Then the object of the preposition determines the form of the verb. Look at the example. All of the pie is gone. Okay? All of the pies are gone. In the first sentence, it is pie, so we are using singular. All of the pie is gone. In the second sentence, we are saying all of the pies. Hence, we are using plural verb. Got it? Now, let's move on to the next rule, ninth one. The singular form is usually reserved for units of measurements or time. 4 liters of milk was required. 4 o'clock is the right time to start the project. Okay, so the units of measurement as well as time, they require singular verb form. Now the 10th one. If the subjects are both plural and are connected by the words or, not, neither nor, either or, not only but also, the verb is plural. If the subjects are both plural and are connected by the words or, nor, neither nor, either or, not only but also, then the verb will be plural. Not only dogs but also cats are available in the animal shelter. Why are we using plural verb? Because the subjects are plural. Both the subjects, they are plural. Hence, we are using the plural verb. Now, the next rule, 11th one. If one subject is singular and the other is plural, and the words are connected by the words or, nor, neither nor, either or not only but also, use the verb form of the subject that is nearest the verb. Okay, look at the example. Either the bears or the lion has escaped from the zoo. Why are we using the singular form of the verb? Because the subject nearest to the verb is singular, lion. Lion is singular. Now look at the next sentence. Neither the lion nor the bears have escaped the zoo. Here we are using the plural verb because the subject nearest to the verb is plural, bears. It might be a little complicated, but when you read it again and again and practice it, it will become easy for you and you will be using correctly without any effort. So just follow the video and practice too. 12th rule. Indefinite pronouns typically like singular verbs with some exceptions. They use singular verbs. Everybody wants to be loved. Everyone wants to do the verb. So here the singular verb is used. Everybody, everyone, each one definitely will take singular verbs. Let's move on to the next rule, and that is the exceptions to the above rule include the pronouns few, many, several, both, all, and some. They always take plural forms. Remember this. Few, many, several, both, all, and some. They always take the plural forms. See the example. Few were left alive after the flood. Both are doing the good job. All are working hard. So these pronouns, they take plural forms. Next rule, and that is 14th one. If two infinitives are separated by and, they take the plural form of the verb. Now, what are the infinitives? Which are the infinitive forms of the verb? To walk, to run, to play. When we are using to before the verb, that's called the infinitive form. So, if two infinitive forms are used and they are separated by and, then which form of the verb they take? They take plural form of the verb. So, look at the example now. To walk and to chew gum require great skill. Is it? Let me try once. Maybe. To walk and to chew gum require great skill. We should try. Come to the point. Here there are two subjects and they are infinitive forms of the verb. They are separated by an. So which form of the verb we are using? We are using, tell me, plural form of the verb. Yes, right. Good. Great. Now let's move on to the next rule. When gerunds are used as the subject of a sentence, they take the singular form of the verb. However, when they are linked by and, they take the plural form. Standing in the water was a bad idea. Swimming in the ocean and playing drums are my hobbies. Have you seen? Standing, which is a gerund. Because why it is a gerund? Why are we calling it a gerund? Because it is verb. Standing is actually a verb, but here it is acting as a noun, as a subject. So we are calling it gerund. Let's see the examples. Standing in the water was a bad idea. So when we are using a gerund, we are using the singular form of the verb, and that is was. What's the plural of was? Were. Now look at the second sentence. Swimming in the ocean and playing drums are my hobbies. So standing is a gerund, playing is a gerund, both are connected by and hence we are using plural form of the verb. Got it? Now let's move on to the next rule, and that is the 16th one. A collective noun such as team or staff can either be singular or plural depending upon the rest of the sentence. Typically, they take the singular form as the collective noun is treated as a single unit. But sometimes there can be exceptions. The herd is stampeding. Herd is the collective noun and we are taking it as a single unit and we are using the singular form of the verb. Our college teams are participating in 10 events. Teams. So teams here plural and so we are using the plural form of the verb. This is quite simple, I guess, right? Now, next rule. Titles of books, movies, novels and other similar works are treated as singular and use singular verb. For example, Three Men in a Boat is a good novel. Okay, so titles of the books, titles of the movies and similar things, we use singular verb because we take it as a singular subject. Now comes the final rule, and remember it very well, and that is only the subject affects the verb, nothing else matters. Okay, when you are in a dilemma whether to use a singular verb or a plural verb, be very clear. Look at the subject. The subject will affect the verb, nothing else. For example, Nancy, who owns 16 houses and 20 cars, is on her way to become a billionaire. Okay, so that was all about subject and verb concord. I hope you all have understood this concept, and I tell you this is the most important concept in English language. Once you have mastered it, be sure you are going to be a very good speaker of English. So goodbye for now. See you in the next video. See you soon. If you like the video, as often I tell you, please share with your friends because when you share, you grow. Bye bye. See you soon in the next video.